Huzzah.
This sign just says my name on it.
The sign says my name on it as well.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being able to read.
Thank you. We appreciate the educational school system. Thank you.
Hashtag public schools.
Hashtag public schools. Hashtag Pangea music. All right. So this is
live from a half-interested room in someplace in Old Westbury. This is Pangea music. I'm Ty Jenkins.
I am Andre Dowdy.
And on this show, we talk about music every now and then. But today, we want to talk about formats and also, what else?
Well, just to do a little bit of backtracking, normally we would play some music for you guys. But unfortunately, YouTube likes to take our stuff down when we play music that is not ours. So, yeah, I would say forget YouTube, but I mean, they have power.
Forget the man.
Forget the man, fight the power, etc. Right on with the right on. All right, so getting into the show, we're going to talk a little bit about formats and ownership of music. But to start off, does anyone own music?
Does anyone own any music?
All right, we have one person that owns music.
Hold on.
We got two people.
Well, no, let's be okay. Hold on. Well, we already know. We know you. We also know,
we know
Tassie.
We know Tassie.
Who
we know
owns
Pranav.
music?
Does anyone else own music other than Tassie and Pranav? Other than Grace and Greg? Other than Janine? Anyone else? All right. Nick, go home. Like, no one else listens to music.
No one.
Even the guys playing Tekken right now.
I think you really want to answer this question.
Do we have a hand back there? We got a hand back there. All right, we got two hands over here. Maybe people listen to music. I don't know. We'll just keep going until we get. Oh, we got another one. We got another shoulder shrug. Maybe. Okay, so you listen to you have music.
Does anyone want to come close and talk for like 10 seconds about it? Or do they not want to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you just want a Dunkin' Donuts gift card. You just want a Dunkin' Donuts gift card and no one else did. Oh, I hope you like Dunkin' Donuts because you want a gift card and no one else did.
Brandon, what kind of music do you have? What kind of music do you have on your laptop?
What kind of music do I have on my laptop?
Yeah.
Lots of hip-hop, like just copious.
Word. Can you identify with any of these CDs up front?
Yeah, copious.
Use those SAT words.
Yeah, no, I can't.
You can't identify, not even the non-Illmatic CD.
So digital.
No, he's
digital.
A thief. Yeah, digital. He can't identify. It's okay. It's okay. That's okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Dawn.
Okay. See how I'm doing this? See how I'm doing this? Can you do this for me?
Well, I mean, he doesn't own any. He doesn't own any physical copies. That's problematic.
That is problematic.
Like we good?
Because I can't ask how important. Why?
Why don't you, Brandon?
Well,
why don't you own any physical music?
Because I can just download it all off of YouTube. So
YouTube is your thing. You like digital files.
Yeah, like I haven't had a CD in like years.
Do you think it's a waste of money, or do you just think it's easier, or whatever?
It's just easier. Like
so, it's just a matter of
Would you
access.
buy it if it was 50 cents per something, and they sent it to your house?
Yes, I most definitely would. I would love to support the artist.
Okay, so it's a matter of convenience then.
Yes.
All right, cool. No, I respect that. You don't want to go all the way out to Best Buy and go buy a CD and go all the way home and be like, yay, finally got the CD. Right on. What was that? Oh, no, yes, no.
Sure? You sure? Okay.
Do you buy physical CDs?
I want to talk.
I'm singling you out.
I want to talk to somebody who buys physical CDs a little bit.
Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh,
well, it depends on who I'm buying. If I like the artist, enough, I'll go and buy the physical copy.
So it's a matter of support. You would support the person.
Who do you like the most? Who's the best?
Don't ask me that question. I can't answer that question, man. I can't answer that question, man. There's too many.
Who do you like a lot?
Don't make me answer.
Who recently did you like and you were like, dang, I like this?
Don't put me on the spot like this.
Oh,
man.
no.
The last CD I bought was Drake. Sadly,
is that the last physical CD you bought?
That's the last physical CD I bought.
You know what's funny? I listen to Nothing One's the Same. I have it, but my dad bought the physical copy. My dad is going out buying like Drake and B.O.B. and I can't understand why, but it's popping right now, and I respect that.
I respect you, man.
Right on.
That's a good hat you have on too.
Thank you. Hey.
I see you.
All right. Anyway, so going back to our topic, what we wanted to talk about just a little bit is the idea of owning music. Does anyone actually do it? All right, you all raise your hands. How do you own music? Hang on. Get the mic to you.
Physical and digital.
Okay.
Well, what physicals do you buy? Do you buy cassettes? Do you buy CDs? Do you buy vinyls? Do you buy
CDs, like a couple
8-track?
CDs here, there. CDs of Linkin Park, Josh Groban.
Now, So you buy them. That's your primary. That's how you usually own it. Physical or no?
No, my primary own is out of convenience. It's digital, just out of convenience, and also like readily available right then and there.
Okay.
Okay.
I use my laptop a lot, so I'd rather like to have the MP3 file on my computer. So what also I do is if I do have the CD player readily available, I pop it in. Sometimes it's as Brandon said before, it's been a while since I bought a CD myself. So last one I can remember is Linkin Park's Minutes to Midnight. So
Okay.
because I'm like
Quite
a
recent.
big Linkin Park fan. So that's my primary artist in my library is Linkin Park.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Then go through a little bit of Eminem, MC Hammer.
MC Hammer.
Beautiful MC.
Hammer
Little bit
time
of,
with the hammer pants.
Like a little bit
Hello.
of like electronic with Skrillex, a little bit of
Okay.
Alex Clare,
Okay.
etc. So
So you got a nice, diverse
nice,
set of
diverse,
music.
just like me, representing Globesville. I'm a computer science student as well. So
Hey.
Thank you.
All right, so Ty, get into what you wanted to talk about.
Okay. Well, as far as owning music goes, you don't. Unfortunately, even when you buy physical copies, you don't really own it. A lot of things are strictly prohibited when owning music. If you were to rip a copy, if you were to rip any of the songs off of a CD, you cannot play those songs unless you have the CD in your possession. For example, if you have a copy of "This Is Where the Strings Come In" by Superchunk, and it's lost in the fire, you can no longer play those digital files that you have ripped on your iPhone.
So the idea is that. Where's my 18 CD? Hold on. All right. So say, like me in my youth, you go home and
Can we hear you right
buy.
now?
No, I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Am I good? Am I good? Okay, cool.
The catch pattern on
So
music.
say you go to the store and buy this 18s album because you.
Which
like
I know a lot of you guys had, so don't act like you didn't have it.
Dancing Queen is everyone's jam. Don't lie to me. So say you go home.
I wish we had the ABBA vinyl.
You play this until it breaks, until it skips, until you can't listen to the CD. You rip it onto your computer before all of that happens. Now your house goes on fire, you lose this CD.
But you didn't lose the firewood, so there was that.
Unfortunately, all the firewood is still in place because that's how fires work. But so you lost this CD, you have the digital files. Now, ideally, you can only play anything that's on this CD because you own the media. You do not actually own the song files themselves. You only own the device in which you can play them. So you own the CD with all of the songs on it. You do not own any of the songs. So now, in this fire situation, you have these rips. You can use the rips for personal use. You cannot put them back on another CD. You cannot send them to your friends. If you do send them to your friends, you can't actually listen to them anymore.
No
Legally,
loaning.
you
You're not
can't.
allowed to loan anything. You're not allowed to get anything stolen, and you're not allowed to lose anything in a fire, because then the FCC can send you to jail for copyright
They can
and
kill
whatnot. We have you.
Yes, I have a question.
What's up?
Yep.
Now, how does that cover digital music? Let's say I buy a song on iTunes. I own that song, right?
No, you actually, when you buy something completely digitally, you actually just own nothing. There's a lot of extraneous, there's a lot of extraneous kind of onerous laws, and if they wanted to just take it, they could just do that.
So what's the point
And
in
you also
owning
can't
music?
you also can't make a copy of it and send it to anyone. And
So you like.
What's the
in
point in
the- in
buying
the- in the-
music now?
That's kind of
That's-
what we are trying
that's
to figure out.
pretty
There
much what
is-
we're getting to,
there's
yeah.
Not, I don't know.
Like
We
you
don't have
own
the
the
answer.
file itself, you own the MP3,
Yeah.
but the contents in the MP3 you do not own.
Yeah,
So you
basically
don't
own like a
own
blank
anything.
file with nothing in it.
It's quite an unusual process that we have.
And you're not allowed
so
to make songs based on the MP3s you have. If you do that, that's illegal too. So don't do that.
Just don't make
So
music.
just
man.
yeah,
don't buy
don't
music.
buy.
Live at home with your
Continue
piano
to
that you want to
illegally
play, but you
download
can't make any new
Don't
music.
cover anything.
Don't cover things. It's just
Be careful when you
it's
do
a lost
that.
cause.
So keep on illegally downloading music, is what you're telling me.
I mean that's one of our questions too. Like, are there? I mean, there's obvious pros and cons. The people that go into making the music spend all this money to do X, Y, and Z, and you go out and support them, but you don't actually own anything really. The people that made the song do. So you're, in a way, paying them. Of course, you're paying whatever record companies there are, and et cetera, but it's not necessarily yours. It's yours for one personal listen or like your personal use, but other than that, it's not yours.
Yeah, under the law, pretty much only the person that creates a song or an album, it's theirs. So
So
there's a lot of.
where did this concept of owning music come from anyway?
It came from the fact that people went to a store and bought something and was like, I have this, it's mine, but it's just really kind of not yours. So just be careful and make sure that the FCC doesn't, come to your house and whatnot.
All right,
The government, they do stuff.
They're gonna come and kidnap all your CDs. Moving on.
I read a pretty interesting Reddit post about
Shout
this
out to
exact
Reddit.
thing. Yes. The value of owning physical copies of albums you enjoy. This was about a year ago by the amazing Reddit poster, Detective Finley.
Detective
If you guys want to find him. He said that while CDs are a particular menace, vinyls and books can actually enhance your living space. As you can see here, Andre has a lot of CDs.
Yeah.
Just tell us about that.
So I have a lot of CDs in my house, and they do look cool at first. You have them, you stack them up like books. It kind of makes like a nice space.
They don't really look that cool.
It's eye candy in your house. You put it in a bookshelf, you put it on your wall, you do whatever you can to make it, look nice in your house.
Vinyl, so I can't even compare.
But-
Like, this doesn't really look that cool.
What was that?
If that happens,
What if you get a virus and lose all your music? It's good
if
to have a
you
backup
get a virus
sometimes,
and
but
lose all your music, I hope that you have the CDs because you can't get them back and they're not
right
yours
you are,
anymore.
man. Right, you are.
Well, yeah. A lot of people buy physical copies to have backups. A lot of people like to use. Actually, that's it. A lot of people buy them, so they rip them. They're like, "All right, I'm good," and then I'm just gonna put it in my closet for 20,000 years. But then your closet gets filled with CDs, and then you have a closet dedicated to CDs, and then the fire happens, and then you lose all that CDs, and then you get a virus, and then you have no music.
And unlike vinyls and cassettes, they are really ugly, so you kind of don't want them in your house.
So yeah, CDs. They have some appeal to them, like this one. When you have the deluxe edition of a CD per se, you get a little,
Little jacket.
You get a little jacket. You get some treats with it. But other than that, CDs are pretty much this. They're plastic, which is kind of annoying too. Stuff falls out of them.
Okay, so Andre, as somebody that has a lot of CDs, what do you do? Like you said, you have so many CDs. What do they look like? Where are they? And what do you do with them? And what's the purpose? Because I know you rip a lot.
The ones that I listen to the most sit in a little box in my room.
Oh,
And,
interesting.
I can sit on the box too, so it's pretty cool. It's like a living room piece, so I kind of put some stuff in it and then sit on it. So some of the CDs are not even seen in my room.
So you're just sitting on your music.
Yeah, man. I got a gold mine of music. I'm sitting on it.
So these days we have so much music available to us digitally. I personally have 100,000 songs on Spotify.
I hear you.
And I'm sure you have a similar thing. I
Got a
think
lot of music.
what's the point of owning so much music that you probably will never listen to? It's a little bit overkill, and we live in an age where everything is that way. Whether it's books, you have e-readers, all of these things hold thousands of books. So you'll be in the middle of multiple books, multiple albums. What is the benefit for us as a culture overall? What do you think?
People like to consume things.
Or actually, can anyone else answer that? What does everyone think? The question is.
What's the point
Yeah,
of
we
having
do
a
our
lot of music
Okay.
or a lot of books or a lot of something that you can consume? Do you give attention to every piece of media that you have, or do you wind up putting things in the attic or putting things in the closet and never getting back to them?
Personally, what I do actually is I try to do justice and actually look at the darn thing, time and time again whenever I have time because, sometimes, as they say, old is gold. And especially with music, you have certain capstone songs or capstone albums. If you can talk about one specific artist or one specific era, you don't want to lose that, and you try your best to really cherish that era or cherish that decade by listening or even reading the lyrics or even finding out the meaning behind the lyrics. Which for me, that's what music really is all about too. It's about how did the writer come up with that line in their song that led to massive success down the road?
So what would you say because you say you try to give attention to everything that you own. What do you say to people? Well, maybe like me. I have 100,000 songs and I haven't got to every single one. Still not yet, and I'm still adding, and I keep adding them because I just can't stop. What's wrong with me? What's the dilemma?
What's wrong with me?
I think the
You think I should just go slower?
not slower per se, Ty, but I would say slower isn't really the key word. I would say pause from time to time. Think about pause, in terms of reevaluate more or less. Reevaluate the playlist because sometimes change is good and you might be listening to like, let's say even if you have a list of 20 songs, right? You might listen to maybe the first 5 on a daily basis or even less. And sometimes it's good. Why don't you just go, sometimes what I'll do, I'm a Spotify user as well.
Okay.
Sometimes what I'll do is if I'm in a certain mindset or if I'm in a certain mood or if I'm in a certain situation, I'll go sometimes not even to the top. I'll go to like the middle of the playlist.
Okay.
Sometimes what they have something called the shuffle.
Yeah.
Why don't you shuffle your playlist? See what comes up
Sometimes
first.
I shuffle to get to things that I maybe would never get to. So,
Right.
it helps a lot.
That way you can actually relive the classics that way. You know, change is good, shuffle it up, mix it up. That's how you live life.
Pranav, do you dedicate Thursdays to old school music?
You know what? That's a good suggestion.
I think that's a good question for Jim.
You know, Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday. You know what? You know what? I haven't thought about it until now, but I'm gonna give props to you on that one. I might start playing some a little bit
man.
of Metallica, MC Hammer. Why not?
Thursday's the official throwback day. Listen to all your 90s, 80s, 50s, 30s music.
So, yeah, what's up?
Oh, we have another question from Pranav. He's killing it.
Given that today's Throwback Thursday, out of the decade of the 90s,
Yes.
That's
give
what we're-
me your favorite album and why.
Oh, man, this is tough.
Fortunately, I have a bunch of albums from the 90s sitting on this desk. Oh, what are they?
What's your favorite? Yeah, I didn't bring mine.
Let's see what we got. We got
favorite 90s album.
DJ
God,
Shadow's
this is hard.
introducing. Great classic instrumental album. Genius right there. DJ Shadow. We got De La Soul. Stakes Are High. Stakes Are Still High. Classic album.
Yeah, the stakes are still very high.
Nas is Illmatic. Just had the 20.
Don't even talk about that. Don't even.
Immediate
Too
clap.
good.
I have to put it down.
Don't
It's so
even-
good. Have to put it down. 20th anniversary
It's
edition
so
just
good
came
that
out.
it makes God's Son look not good.
You got God's Son. Not
is
as good as
good.
Illmatic.
Not
Still
even
good
close.
though. Classic. Shout out Lil B. That's hard, man. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Oh, man.
I got the
Tiger
Roots.
Milk by Bell and Sebastian.
He's got Bell and Sebastian.
Maybe.
He loves Simon and Garfunkel.
I don't know. Simon Garfunkel.
That's
actually,
way
Paul Simon
before
does have
the
90s
90s.
albums.
This guy.
This is tough.
This guy.
I should have bought him bookends.
We got so much good 90s music right here. We even
I
got
got it in the car,
cassettes.
Jim. I got it in the car. Bookends by Simon and Garfunkel. With yes.
We,
You
see,
know,
we got a thumbs up from Professor
a young
Gravel.
Jim would be. I can't even say what he would be doing.
Bookends.
If
He
that
loves
was playing.
bookends.
Him in his room. Never mind. We can't go there.
All right, so we've got a couple of our favorite 90s albums just chilling on here. Does anyone have any album that they cherish from the 90s? Anyone? Rob Burgos.
His favorite band is the Pixies, so Trump Lamont's the last one.
Trump Lamont.
1991, Trump Lamont
got
by the
Trump-
Pixies. If
Trump
you guys
Lamont.
love good music.
Also, Nirvana, Nevermind.
Hey,
I was gonna say
We got
that.
some claps
I was
for
gonna say
Nirvana.
that, but I was like, of course, everyone's gonna think
Got some
about
claps
that
for
one.
Nirvana.
I'm gonna go a little cheesy. Pearl Jam, 10.
Hey, Pearl
on.
Jam.
Come on.
10 and
There we go.
his acoustic stuff is
Yeah.
most of it. I'm just like
Shout out Eddie Vedder.
But very 90s. But you're a 90s guy.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys a question because you're talking about albums and physical copies of things.
Yep.
Everything's digital now. How do you guys feel about Wu-Tang Clan's latest album where
Oh,
they're
man.
printing only
Do you
one?
want to- yeah,
We
we
talked about
physical-
this last week.
We
when you-
covered that last week's
So
episode,
we're
right?
good, right. So we've only one physical copy made.
It's not real.
What?
It's not real. It doesn't
Well, I
exist.
mean, it's going to be all digital. Everyone's going to download the but only one physical copy being made. Now, that's genius.
I
So if
don't
you think
really-
about it, that's genius.
It really is.
It's
Only
really
the
genius.
RZA.
I mean, imagine if there's a giant and like a virus that wipes out the whole internet. This one dude who bought it for what, $3 million?
I think he wound up, something like that.
This dude spent $3 million on one album. The only physical copy of this album that was ever made by the Wu-Tang Clan.
And there will never be another one.
Never be another. We're not even sure if it's going to be digital.
We don't even know if it exists.
If it's
Except it
not
does.
digital, if it's not digital,
It'll go digital.
this album is not real. If this dude decides, hey, let me give this music to the people, and puts it on the internet, and then we can all download
You'd be
it
doing
legally.
a great service for
Sorry,
all of the Wu-Tang.
but-
You should see, go on like Facebook or Twitter and go to like Wu-Tang's Twitter and just look at the comments. People are like going crazy. They're like,
I
oh, so
would
you're
be
not gonna
outraged.
give it to us? Like,
I would be
Wu-Tang
outraged
forever,
as a
right?
citizen. I need my Wu-Tang forever.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I would like to see it go digital. The Wu-Tang
They're
Clan
not.
ain't nothing to mess with.
So much so that they only came out with one version of their album. Thank you. But I think that's all we got right now, right? Correct?
Yeah, man. Anyone else got favorite albums from the 90s they would like to talk about?
I don't
No,
think so.
no Destiny's Child,
Nope.
maybe?
Ooh, Writings on the Wall.
Oh,
Writings on the Wall by
no
Destiny's
Destiny's
Child,
Child.
1997. Thank you.
Hey, TLC, maybe?
Beautiful. TLC. TLC,
Well,
Crazy
they-
Sexy Cool?
Yeah.
I got one.
Yo, I saw.
Andre, I got
yo.
one. What about all the boy band fans out there?
Yeah, no, NSYNC.
NSYNC.
I bought 2 copies
Okay.
of the NSYNC album.
NSYNC,
Because,
Celebrity, and No Strings Attached.
I bought No Strings Attached twice.
You can do
Because
that.
the first one I listened to broke. It broke in half, and I was so upset I had to go out and buy another copy.
That's a bummer.
I mean, I had a Christina Aguilera CD. It was like 2 tracks.
Oh yeah, the
and-
Spanish version and
there
the
was like
A-side and the Spanish version.
Yeah, there was the A side with 2 tracks, and then the B side was like the same songs in Spanish. And I listened to that joint.
Was it Genie in a
over.
Bottle in Spanish?
No,
I
it was
hope.
not. Fortunately,
Really?
it was not Genie,
in a Bottle in Espanol.
It was not Genie in a Bottle. Anyone else? 90s albums. 90s albums going once. 90s albums going twice. Yeah, of course we talk about. We had to put it down. It was so good, JP. We had to put it down. Put JP on the screen.
Yo,
put him on now.
Yo, hottest hip hop album of all time.
This
right
is
there.
the hottest.
That changed the game. A young kid out of Queens.
Fire. Look, hold on.
For you who don't know who Nas the album
just
is.
hold it. Just hold it. Just get that.
Right there.
See that? That's beauty. Look at
20th
that face.
anniversary a couple
Look at
couple
that
weeks ago.
face, bro. Look at that camera reflection. It's just, oh my God. Go see the documentary when it comes out, man. Time is Illmatic.
Yes.
Illmatic XX.
Nas
Just
is the
dropped,
truth.
man. Go get that. We were going to, but we were gonna give that away to you guys, but it's too rare. It's too rare. We'll give it to JP, man. All right, man. So we're gonna sign out. This has been Pangea Music with Ty Jenkins
Pangea Music.
and Andre Dowdy.
You can follow us on.
Man. He's got it.
Oh, okay. You can follow us on Twitter at Globesville, Instagram at Globesville, Facebook.com/Globesville. You can follow Andre's personal Twitter, which is at Never a Doubt, DOUGHT for some reason. You can follow me on Twitter, but ask me personally because I don't really know you guys. And I feel like you're suspicious, playing
James.
Tekken in the back and whatnot.
James Kennedy is ooh, kill him. All right. My voice just cracked, but follow us. We're here every Thursday. We're not here every Thursday. We're online on Globesville every Thursday. We start at 2:30. We got the weekly rundown. The weekly rundown. We
can
got
search for
Pangea
us.
Music. We got Pangea Music at 3:30. We got Pangea Sports coming out at 4:30. Make sure you tune in. What you're doing right now. You don't have class? Tune in.
Stay in this area. There's food.
Get some food. Open your laptop. Globesville.com.